Not stupid cheap, Dumbo cheap. Here, for a Dumbo car, if we can just get this thing all shiny, no major dents, all in one piece, put the panels back together. You know, you drive it for a year, you crash it, whatever. You know, you hit a deer, whatever. You accidentally drive it off a cliff. As long as you ain't in it, whatever.
He's one of the best scientific minds we have today.
Marco Colbert, Speedokote Refinish Network. All right, guys, we got a good one. Cheap paint job. One of the old bebop throwaway cars we got around the shop. Got this thing for stupid cheap, Dumbo cheap. Not stupid cheap, Dumbo cheap. Sold my white Accord coupe, and I just like popped the question, hey, what are you doing with that, your old car? He's like, oh, let me show it to you. And as you guys remember, for those of you guys who didn't watch the last video, this side was waffled pretty bad. So anyways, I mean, some real Dumbo bodywork. Like, this is honestly going to look terrible. I mean, I think it'll look half decent once it's painted, but it is not straight at all. I mean, it's basically less of a dent than what it was. I mean, the tops are decent, the top halves of the door, but the bottom, when you get to the body, that's just here. For a Dumbo car, if we can just get this thing all shiny, no major dents, all in one piece, put the panels back together, get it all back on there, get it down the road, I will be happy with it. We're going to go ahead and give this thing a quick tack cloth. We're going to go ahead and grab the good old Black Spider. For those of you guys that haven't bought it yet, we are about 40% sold out. Get it while it lasts. This right here is the Pro Kit with the PPS nozzle, and it comes with two of these easy reload desiccant filter. This is all you need to spray at home to get a clean job. Been there, done that. This is years and years in the testing and making. Get it. 100% Speedokote job. This is Z9 from Speedokote, and we're most likely going to be going with the SMR 135 high production clear, or one of our other cheap $100 to $120 clears to keep this on a budget. All right, that's it. We're going to get the spray gun loaded up. Catch you guys on the paint side. Now, one of my biggest tricks to saving money on a paint job is using leftover junk paint. So instead of ordering a 2-quart kit of this Z9, we ordered a 1-quart kit, and we went ahead and ground coated it with some leftover junk paint that I probably wasn't going to use anyways. Go ahead, throw it all in your PPS cup. I'm going to pull the stick. You guys are going to see just how close it is to the Z9 that Speedokote sent us. Go ahead, throw your solvent directly in the paint can. Wash the can out. Okay, this is going to ensure that you get almost all the pigment out of the bottom of that can. As you guys can see the metal at the bottom of the can. So you're just going to go ahead and dust your base over your primer areas, your junk paint over your primer areas, and then, once you get that pretty much 90% covered, then you can move to your regular base. Now, when it comes to tri-stage paint jobs, the most confusing thing for an amateur painter or even a, novice garage painter that doesn't do these all the time is the main layer is a totally different color from what it's like supposed to be, and it can kind of mess you up in the head. Don't do that. Just be relaxed. Put the paint on evenly and smooth. Walk the gun down the car, especially on metallic jobs and tri-coat jobs. Put it down evenly and smooth, relax, and just do what you have to do. Don't overthink it. As far as the mid coat, we mix this up. This is a 1-to-1 mix. I think I splashed like an extra 10% reducer in there. Guys, don't stress over candies. Okay, and one thing I'm going to tell you guys, other than maybe a lot of other people are saying on YouTube or, in the paint world and the auto body world, period, I do not put on my mid coat like a clear coat, okay? A lot of people are, just apply it like you would a clear coat and this and that. For full body jobs especially, no, definitely do not. If you're a novice painter or a beginner painter, no. And even guys, for me, I'm a pretty advanced painter. I'm not doing it. It's always better to put on, more coats, but lighter coats, versus you put on, you put the candy on too heavy, and now it's too dark. Well, there's no going backwards. You are always best in a tri-coat paint job, putting the candy on with an extra slow reducer and going coat by coat, one light coat at a time, letting it flash, seeing what it looks like, walking around the car, versus you hammer on 2 wet coats and you put it down like you would a clear coat. And then now you're stuck with a paint job that's too dark and there is no going backwards. So just put the mid coat on exactly like you do the base coat, kind of just like a medium wet, almost just like kind of dry, and just let the extra slow reducer flow it out, and go from there. Now, as you guys have noticed, the last couple of full body paint jobs I've done, I've actually been walking the gun on every single coat of paint, including the clear. Why? Well, this is a little bit of an old school method. For those of you guys that watch my my buddy over there, Bondo Billy, this is how he paints cars. It's kind of old school.
But I will say it will give you the most consistent results and consistent finish when it comes to your base, your mid coat, and your clear coat. It'll also reduce the risk of runs and double up in between panels if you are panel painting your clear. So trust and believe me, give this a shot one time if you're a DIY painter. This will definitely make your job a little bit easier, more consistent, and smooth.
Guys, that wraps it up. Cheapo Dumbo paint job. I mean, this was like, honestly, absolutely zero cares were given when painting this car. He did this entire car with some leftover junk paint. I probably would have thrown away, so I'm not even going to consider that into the cost. A 1-quart kit of the Z9 from Speedokote. About $300 worth of paint. And then $120, the new 1-to-1 clear coat kit. So we were at about $400-ish in material. Probably did put about $100 worth of body filler on this driver's side. It still is wavy. Y'all know the rule. I'm gonna say 5 foot. This one's about a 10, maybe about 15 footer. She's all one color. She's together. You know, if you just ignore the little body gaps, and the side skirt definitely pokes out a little bit. But, hey man, it's all one piece, all one color. Nice little bebop Dumbo car. Y'all run out here and criticize me. Let me just remind y'all, like I said, this is a bebop Dumbo car. I bought this car for $450. I didn't plan on buying it. My rollback was already there. The guy said, hey, I have no use for this car. I said, well, how much you want for it? I already delivered this car for you. I ain't got nothing on the bed going back home. He's like, we worked out a deal, $450. All right. He threw in a fender, so that was free. New rear bumper, that was free. You know, this is just a Dumbo car. This is a, hey, you know, you drive it for a year, you crash it, whatever. You know, you hit a deer, whatever. You accidentally drive it off a cliff. As long as you ain't in it, whatever. For a cheapo Dumbo car, I'm happy with this, you know. This thing's gonna go about another 50,000 miles, 30,000 miles, and then we're gonna kick it down the curb, kick it on down the road, you know. So if it blows up, whatever. I got right now. Obviously, as you guys know, I'm sponsored by Speedokote, so I didn't pay for the paint material. I do work very hard on the videos, but technically I didn't pay for the paint material. So right now, as it sits, I got about, you know, I don't know, $600 into it. 2013, 134,000 miles for $600. Hey, for a cheapo Dumbo car, rock on, brother. You guys already know about the Speedokote base. It's one of the best base coats out there in the world. Covers in one coat. This is the first time I've sprayed the Speedokote candy with the mid coat. Super easy to work with. Guys, don't be afraid of candies. They are easy. Make sure you grab our Speedokote exclusive extra slow reducer. We are one of the very few manufacturers that offer the X slow, not the slow, the X slow. Very few manufacturers that offer that. Make sure you grab that if you're doing this tri-coat. Let me talk about the 1-to-1 clear, the brand new 1-to-1 clear from Speedokote. Guys, the workability with this stuff. It is not the shiniest clear we offer, but the workability. Oh my gosh. I put on the first coat medium wet. It flowed out flat. I was waiting for it to dry. Sat there for about 25 minutes, still wet. I said, you know what, the hell with this. I'm gonna go do some laundry. Did some laundry, threw some clothes in the washer, blah, 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 came back. Still wet. There's my people out there spraying down there in Texas, or if you're in the northeast area right now, in a heat advisory, 95 degrees, Arizona, those super hot temperature areas, this is the clear coat for you. You can put this clear, and I sprayed with the fast activator, by the way. You can put this clear coat on, go have lunch, go have dinner, go have a little fun, you know, with the old lady, go out, watch a movie or something, come back, put a second coat on there, go watch another movie with your old lady, put a third coat on there. This stuff is incredible. It's not the glossiest clear we have, but it probably is one of the flattest laying clears we have. I mean, I was spraying this thing like a Dumbo, guys. Like I said, I was just going in here, you know, all the way down the side, not even caring like how the paint was going down. I was just like, hey, let's just get some paint on this thing, and you know, kind of Dumbo job, spraying like a Dumbo, kind of, sort of. I mean, I had some skill, and I mean, this stuff is flat, dude. It's real flat, and I was not trying. For video, I tell you guys, if you guys are looking for the most user-friendly and affordable products in the world, these are the products for you. I put on my Dumbo hat for the day, sprayed like a Dumbo on my Dumbo car, and voila. So got some kind of not so Dumbo results. But anyways, that's gonna wrap it up for this one. I just wanted to show you guys at home, man. Number one, don't be afraid of candy paint jobs. These are super easy to do. I wasn't even spraying to the full capacity of my skill, and I still made it happen. You can do this stuff at home. You don't need a crazy amount of money to get something like this fixed. As you guys saw with my last video with my frame puller, you guys can get some smacked up cars like this and get them kind of there. And for very minimal money, you guys can still get some car deals out there and have you one car that's in one solid piece, all one color, with some Speedokote base, Speedokote clear, and all of our products. You can get your car on the road cheap, man. That's going to wrap it up for this one. If you guys are looking for the best and most affordable auto body products in the world, there's one place you need to go, www.speedokote.com. Place your order on there, select me, Marco, as your sales rep. All the proceeds get filtered back into the channel. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe. New videos every week.